Just in time. I accidentally stopped my recording, but, it was like at 3 hours anyway, so I guess no harm done, but that's kind of annoying. I meant to pause, and I accidentally stopped. But I've started it again. Don't worry, YouTube, you're fine. You're safe, you miss nothing. Ow. So, Emerald Blossom, which is like Druid, Efflorescence, that heals 3 injured allies for 4,000, and Living Flame heals for 6,000. Ah! So, heal breath on myself. Better than not. Let's see. Oh, I thought I was being attacked, which seems to be a common theme. People aren't used to mounts coming in from behind them. There's a race here. Ow. Stuck in a tree. Okay. Hello.
The Isles have
Would you like to try? Yes. Follow the gold rings. Whee! Woo! Follow the dotted lines, I guess. The music's pretty cool. These are like the Shadowlands races. Woo! Oh no. It's just like Guild Wars.
never gave up hope.
Okay, I gotta get gold. Wee-hoo! Yeah. The dragon riding is pretty cool. And you know what? I don't care if people complain that it copied Guild Wars. People need to copy the good parts of the games and then do them better. There was an ad floating around before Dragonflight came out. Guild Wars was trying to capitalize on, you know, like, oh, if you're waiting for flying dragons, right? Well, you can come to our game and fly dragons right now. And they conveniently neglected to mention that the dragon they're referring to is called the Sky Scale. And it takes about a month of constantly... a month of work. Not like an idle month of just doing stuff. Like a month of focused work to unlock the Sky Scale. They were so full of crap with that commercial. Spoken as someone who has unlocked the Sky Scale in Guild Wars 2. That is not a login and play kind of thing. That is a end game thing. Anyway, I thought that was hilarious. Excuse me, I unlocked achievements. Where did they go? They were achievements, right? Okay. Yeah, it was. I'm gonna search for gold. Hello? No? I guess it was just a thing.
Aspect's grace.
You can't see what your time was? Okay. Oh, there's a glyph nearby. Over here. Did we get it already? I don't think we... Aha! Oh, gee, I wonder if we got the glyph or not. And I can't quite put my finger on it. Whoops. There we go. Ta-da! All right. Requires all preceding talents. Great. Never mind then. While moving at low speeds, surge forward effectiveness is increased by up to 125. Ultimately, it doesn't matter because you're just going to unlock everything anyway. Yeah, let's just do that. Where are we going? At Lost Expedition Scouts. Whee! Oh, there you are. Slam.
You best be prepared.
Be prepared. Be prepared. Oh, what? We've sent out scouts. The scout packs thing. I've been doing this the whole time. Fine, whatever. It's kind of weird. That's like happened more than once. Where it's like, here's this thing you can do that you've already been doing. Oh, it's you. The stupid photo gnome. Take pictures of proto dragons. Photograph an egg. Photograph a whelp. And a hungry proto. Will you chill?
I could use your expertise.
Oh, could you? Meet the important suppliers in the Dragon Scale base camp.
Keep an eye out for anything interesting.
Now, which part of my library should I teleport in next? Should I know who you are? Because I don't.
Remember, there's magic in discovery.
Are you a horde?
My goods are exquisite.
Yes. I think you are. Because you're a Nightborn, you're a Tauren, you're an undead. What is more insulting? to not have anything resolved with Teldrassil, or to be forced into working with the Horde and not having anything resolved with Teldrassil.
What is your pleasure?
The two things that we've completely forgotten. Giant sword in Silithus, Teldrassil burning to the ground. I am going to sell... These are soulbound. I'm not going to be an enchanter. But I will keep the BOEs. Elemental moat.
Pleasure doing business.
Maybe meat.
Hi.
Hello. Did I tell you the story of how my granddaughter found her first griffin wildfeather? You know what? I don't care.
Off with you. Interested in a lesson or three?
You know what? I'm good. Whoa. Oh, requires level 70. Boo. I'm like, boy, I could afford this. Level 389 gear? Oh, yeah,
Mountains
well.
to climb, vistas to see.
It's a...
You look like you've got skill. Craft your goods with care.
You can be an evil enchantress who does evil dances. What did I say to... I don't remember what I said.
Keep the wind.
You have something for the archives? Ah, yes, I have a thing. Have some rep. Oh, I wasn't gonna learn enchanting.
Lord Admiral's favor, friend. Look always to the sea.
Look always to the
Safe
sea.
passage to you. Look always to the sea.
Can I see what renown items you got? Marks your map with the location of a treasure.
Keep the wind in your sails.
Hello.
What adventure brings you here? Can I join? Adventure calls, and we will answer.
Photograph a proto-drake. I'm getting ready to turn voices back off. Problem is I don't know when the cutscene is going to come up that I actually want to hear. There's a quest over here? Hello? Oh. Hello?
Someday I'm going to be a hero like you.
Are you a tiny fox? You're gonna try to make me feel something for a bunch of horde kids? Mm-hmm.
Where are you from?
Behavior analysis
Smash the
homework.
bad guys.
Pet 3 whelps. I can do that.
Bye-bye. Where are you going?
And collect a piece of extra delicious river beast meat. Hello? Photograph an egg. Do you see an egg? Oh, are they down below? I don't know if there's a way to rewatch cutscenes. Some of them, yes. I think you can rewatch the ones that are like actually movies, but I don't think you can rewatch the ones that are like, you know, in-game shots. I don't need a picture of you, so you're going to die. I said. Whoops. Picture. The heck? Better than the selfie camera, I guess. An optimistic whelp learning to fly. Photograph a, Aha! I see you. I said, I see you. Hey. What? What? There we go. When they get the moonfire effect on them, take a picture. Why are we taking pictures of these guys again? They're mean. They're jerks. Sleeping whelp. Petted. I see one. I was just petting them. You brought murder upon yourself. Now, somewhere around here is a drake with a fish. There's a drake with, aha! He lands over there. Don't mind me, just waiting for you to catch a fish. Me only wish to catch a fish. So juicy sweet. Pick up fish. There he is. He's coming back around. This is so dumb. Got you! Ha! Now it's time to kill you all. Wait, I should pet more first. There's a sleeping... Oh, up there. Slam. Nope. Apparently not right up here. Oh, there you are. Sneaking. Ow! I saw the startled chomp ability bar fill up. I knew what was coming. All right, where's the next one? Down there. No chomping. It's only pets. That one just left me alone. Nice. Okay. Back to murder. Woo! Everything's okay. Pudgy River Beast. No, go Wormy. He got me. And somehow, okay, well, okay. It's like somehow did not drop meat. But this time, we have an adjective. We need extra delicious river meat beast meat. Maybe that river beast didn't have extra delicious meat. Maybe meat. Oh, nectar filled what now? Panthus. Why is that plant purple and clicky? Whoops. Did not mean to take a screenshot. I just wanted to open Why? Oh, see here. Because I changed key bindings. And I crashed out. I didn't log out. Now I can't log out here because it's going to take 30 seconds. At least my talent saved. How is this meat? Why is it raining on me? I think I mashed disintegrate before letting it finish. Let it finish. Woo! Finally, we have the meat. Now we need to just... Now I need to kill the rest of the... Okay, evidently I don't have the water mount equipment. Water walking legs. Oh, I'm like, what happened? Nothing yet. Whee! Stop lagging! I expected this one to come at me too. He just sat there and watched his friend get pulverized. Elder River Beast. Okay, we are lost. Okay, so if I hit this one... Woo! You can see the lag. By the way, they point at where what used to be standing. Don't I have... I don't think I have a single target route. Oh, I need to be using Dragon Rage some more. Essence bursts chance to occur. Oh, that's when it's free to cast. I've been barely using any of this because I forgot it's here. Sure, let's use it. Because we haven't been using it. Whoops. Well. I don't know. Some of these don't seem to be increasing the percent as much as the others. Ow. In hindsight, this is probably not the most efficient way to be leveling up. Hey, we finally did it. Fly! Okay, Horde kiddos.
Tell me a story.
Wait. Report back.
Evoker.
One whelp enjoyed. Okay. The order. Okay, one whelpling enjoyed. And one bit me. And one called for help.
Go smash some bad guys. Have fun.
Yeah, I got bit by a whelp. Have fun!
Bye-bye.
She's gonna get a proto whelp.
Where are you going?
Okay. I'll only help if I am allowed to get a proto whelp along with you. It's a proto whelp in here, isn't it? Yep. Oh, it's a hurt one. Swear on my alpaca. Just let us feed the whelpling. Okay. One of them's like, if it's not gonna eat, it's probably gonna die.
Hi there.
Okay, I want to know how the whelp got here. We were just studying, heard a noise from down the river. And a bad guy primalist. Okay. Well, I'm confused because I know the primalists are like the guys who broke out the big proto dragon who's also a primalist. Okay. Whatever. We waited till the bad guy was gone and rescued the whelp. We need a researcher to help.
Bye-bye.
Bye! Are you gonna follow me? What's going on? Oh, you're just yelling for the professor. So, Were you just over here the whole time? And you didn't know they had a proto-whelp? Why are there so many kids here? Actually, that's a good question. They're the children of the Dragonscale expeditioners. Ah, so you're Star Trekking it. Ah! I asked if they're learning a lot. That's a matter of interpretation.
No, my friend. This too shall pass. Never back down.
Okay, so we need to kill the Primalist, which I'm all about.
This too shall pass.
And sunflight flowers, whatever those are.
We will endure.
We are like super distracted. We could be like working with Rathian over here, but nope, we're fixing baby whelps. All right, first thing first. Hello. Ow. Woo! Restorative ward this to your face. Oh, it kind of worked. The Titans have corrupted you. Right. Corrupted me. Looking for sunflowers. Aha. Oh. Apex Proto-Dragon? Whoops. There's a bunch of just elite dudes floating around these sunflowers, sunlight flowers, whatever they are. Up, and away! Boom. 3. All right, well, hello? I just want the flower, don't hurt me. Bye. Woo-wee. I'm bleeding so much. The bleeding has stopped. Ah! I thought we were on flower number 4. Of course. Aha. Next. There was one way over here somewhere. Get off! Come on. That's a load of bull honky. So now, because it decided not to let me get off, I have to wait. Oh, evidently they respawn? Okay, let me grab this. Leave me alone. I'm just grabbing a flower. I'm gonna run this way. Don't hurt me. Ow. Oh, I'm on fire this time.
Come, speak with me.
Alright, we killed the dude.
Never back down.
And here's your flowers.
Mano ekta, my friend.
Here,
Never
the
back
creature. Alright, we can finally treat this poor whelpling. Make a balm. Sure. Now we're just using magic. Healthy proto-whelping. Ta-da! Pet. Uh-oh, name the whelpling. I don't... Are we keeping it?
Greetings.
Name proto-whelp. Baron von Swoopenbite. Great. Bob, Mr. Nibbles, Lord Fire Giggle. I kind of tough scale. Baron von Swoopenbite is hilarious, but I would never pick it. Oh, the first one I read. Baron von Swoopenbite. I think I'm partial to Mr. Nibbles. Does he look like a Mr. Nibbles?
Mano ekta, my friend.
Hello. Mr. Nibbles.
We will endure. You bring news, this too shall pass.
I was gonna say it probably doesn't even matter. Up there it is, Mr. Nibbles.
Never back down.
I don't get a pet out of this? Unbelievable. Now I gotta take the pictures back to the stupid gnome. Okay, you won me over with the Horde kids because I don't like... The Alliance kids are crazy. Oh, it's a gnome, not a kid. My bad.
Welcome to Fizz Springs Resort.
Nope, shut up.
Remember, don't feed the wildlife.
Photograph an infused Photograph infused proto-dragon egg and an infused proto-drake.
Hope to see you again soon.
Let us begin.
I don't get it. The bonus objective in this area was to just kill all the proto-whatevers. But all the quests are like, nope, we have to save them. We have to heal them. Photo Drake, yes. From now on, it's just protograph the Photo Drake. Oh, photograph picture. I missed it. So canonically, the Drakthir were also in hibernation for like 10,000 years. So imagine going to sleep for 10,000 years and waking up and then taking photographs for a gnome. For no reason.
Have you come to trade?
Pet trainer.
Don't die out there.
We have Face Ripper, Blood Biter, and Tina. Oh. FPS drops? Dropped frames? Nope. Photograph an egg. We're going this way. There are eggs in yonder direction. Oh, Primalist. A rock bear? I don't understand who the Primalists are. I thought they were the guys who woke up Crazy Dragon. Whatever. Kill it. Bye, dragon. Remember me. Okay. Reflective hide, and then instantly dead. Do we see egg? Is there an egg over here? Photograph an egg. Ah, I see egg. Beep boop. There's your stupid egg picture. Here's your pictures.
The Drakthir, stand ready.
Da-da-da, expedition tool appearances unlocked. Yay?
Welcome to Fizz Springs Resort.
Use the vertical enhancement apparatus and photograph the slumbering proto-dragon.
Hope to see you again soon.
Jump on the vertical. Oh, it's a spring. Whoops. No, no, no. Don't attack. Picture.
Excellent work. Now let's... Wait, no. You're a bit too far away. Get closer. Still a bit too far away. Step closer. Don't worry. He's fast asleep. Yes! Perfect! Take the shot!
Hello. Well, that was anticlimactic. I tried to open my wings, you know, the things that I have to keep myself from falling to my death, but no. It turned off my herb tracking. It didn't... The herb did not appear on the map. Empower spells reach maximum. You know what? Expedition gunpowder keg. I was distracted by shiny. I take. Whoops, I did not mean to wing buff it. I wanted to throw this at a salamander. 66,000 damage. Rip salamander.
How do you do?
Here you go.
Don't feed the wildlife.
Stop drip feeding me quests. Investigate the proto-dragon skeleton.
Diplomacy first.
Oh, it's right here. I identify a claw. I identify a backbone chunk. A severed spine looks like the death blow. You don't say. Are you sure? Is this a dragon? Okay, so this is a real dragon, not just a proto-dragon, right? Oh, it is a proto-dragon skeleton. Okay.
Any new discoveries? Remain steadfast.
Photograph. Now I'm taking pictures of Drac there next to dragons. Would you be kind enough to take my picture next to the proto-dragon fossils?
Fair skies and strong winds, friend.
All I'm saying is this better be like... We better be fatal framing this up. There's not a ghost in this photograph. Picture? Ta-da!
Let us begin.
No ghost.
Diplomacy first.
Nope. Nothing of importance happened. Simple excavation tools. What's this? Oh, that's way down there. Or? You know what? We're gonna take a tiny break. Fly straight south to whatever this, Where are you? Hello? It says there's a race here. Onaran Plains. I guess it's down there. Oh, I forgot I'm on a flying mount. Hello.
I have lived to see them return.
There was like a wind boost off the beaten path. I see what you're doing now. Woo! See, look, 0.7 seconds off of gold. Doing it again.
We serve once more.
Dive. Woo! I need to save some boost for the top, I think. Because we start slowing down on the climb. Woo! There we go. 2 seconds faster now. What do I get out of that? Nothing that I know of. I received a bronze timepiece. Oh! Using this will rewind time and reset your position. That would make races easier, huh? I get Dragon Island supplies, but I'm not entirely sure what those are useful for. Buying things, obviously, but... Okie dokie. A simple excavation tours. Did I fly over? Yes. Helmet what? Helmet missing way. Now, wait just a darn minute. That is a monkey. I mean, I get the reference, but I was confused for a second. I'm like, it's Helmet missing way. Wait a minute. Ah. Whew. Oh, yeah, give me that chest. Bye, helmet missing way. My bag's broken. It's like highlighting everything. Oh, now it's not. Okay, then. Okay, so I meant to land here, and I'll just put a waypoint there if I can't. Oh, this place.
Take a look. I sell all manner of wares.
Oh, wonderful. It's like, I don't understand what I'm looking. It's like transmog farm equipment. I'll hit people with a trowel, sure.
Do come again.
It's like all it is for transmog. Oh, hit the RP walk. I also had to rebind sheath unsheath. I just did it to numpad multiply. Because numpad divide is RP walk. Okay, can we finally? Uh-oh. Waking Shores Tour is next to Rathian. Don't mind if I do. Rathian, you can wait. The Obsidian Citadel is not going anywhere. Oh, it's a dragon glyph. Woo! Smack. Tank accidentally turned on RP walk in a raid and couldn't figure out how to turn it off. RP walk.
I have gathered the Black Talon and we are preparing to take back the Obsidian Citadel.
Oh, so that's what you
Your
sound
presence on
like.
this mission is most welcome. The Drakthir are formidable soldiers.
That's what we were built
The
for.
Obsidian Citadel may hold secrets of my people's past. I would not miss a chance to reclaim it.
I am getting super strong Char female voice actress vibes all of a sudden. And that would be absolutely hilarious if I managed to identify that. How would you even search for that? I think the name is at least on the Guild Wars wiki. Female Char? I've seen the list of voice actors in Guild Wars before. Voice actor. Char. Female player character. 2019 to present. Okay. IMDb. No. Or at least, if she is, it's uncredited. Well, she did voice Illyria Windrunner in Shadowlands, so it is highly likely. Anyway, that was a moment's distraction. All right, Rathian, you wait. There is a finish flag.
I have lived to see them return.
Oh, have you now?
May the flight
Follow the gold rings. I need to save at least one. Whee! Well, that was... Don't they give me a reset button? Yeah. I'm going to... I can't use that while I'm moving. I'm sorry, what? All right, we're redo. We got off to a rough start, mostly because I kind of lumbered off the edge of the cliff. And we're off. Woo! Yeah. This is one of those things, some of these races will probably can't gold them. Wait, I did gold it, right? Yeah, 3 seconds faster. I was gonna say, some of these you probably can't until you crank up the Dragonflight talents. I mean, yes, or the dragon riding talents. Excuse me, do you have a flight path here? Okay, I've already talked to you. Okie dokie. All right, now Rathian. Your arrival is most fortuitous.
Never let your guard down.
It's good to see you again. Speak with Emberthal.
Stay true.
Okay, fine. Dun dun dun! Epic music.
Nosdormu, wait! You have led me through all these moments in time. Yet now you ask me to guide you?
There is a blind spot in my vision of a time before Neltharian's corruption, and I believe it centers upon you.
Dun dun dun!
I must know why. Seek him out in your memory.
It was my honor to command a battalion.
I think these videos
We executed Neltharian's will precisely.
came out
Our
earlier,
devotion and discipline were
and I
unmatched.
didn't watch them because I
Titan artifact.
don't care.
That must be the source of your unity. This was an ancient magic that bound you to his will. Would you not sacrifice yourselves at his whim?
We were soldiers. There were many threats to the world. And here was the greatest. The Primalists.
That is Razageth, the Storm Eater. One of the leaders of the Primalist Rebellion.
Not gonna lie,
Struck without warning.
looked kind of
Without
like a
honor. And I
graboid
lost
in that
many friends this day.
shot.
We fell back, regrouped. Then, everything became jumbled, confused.
The artifact destroyed, and the order magic which had united the Drakthir was dispelled. How then was Razageth defeated? So, from us. The moment you fell from grace. In his desperation, he turned to the deepest evil. The power of the old gods.
Deathwing did nothing wrong.
But then, why were we imprisoned? Why did we sleep for so long?
If he could no longer control the Drakthir, he would have deemed you a risk.
No. We laid down our lives for him. He was proud of us. Why would he stop this sand? I cannot see!
Because you do not want to. Yet you can only become more than you are if you confront your past.
Hello?
So he locked us away. Forgot we even existed. It would have been kinder to simply destroy us.
I am sorry, my young friend. We had to know the truth. But do not despair. I now believe that Neltharion locked you away because of what you might become.
What we might achieve, free of his control.
And now, you are free. This world has much to offer, and you will have a part to play in the events to come.
You spoke of an ancient enemy's return. It is Razageth and the Primalists. That is why we were awakened.
It seems that Neltharion...
No, because they're only the first season raid.
You must decide which path you will take. Which story you will tell.
My story will be my own.
Yay, I guess. All right, well, I'm glad that's your origin.
Serve with honor. We will find our fate.
Review the plans with the various members of Rathian's forces.
Speak your mind. Azeroth faces many threats. Years of searching, and there it stands.
I'm pretty sure, based on just other things that I've read,
Once you've finished your assessment,
they are setting up for that the old gods aren't so bad. Gonna really double down on, oh, the Titans were bad guys. I'm supposed to kill somebody. Black Talon tested. You.
Who you be? Zandala forever.
Oh, Zandalar. I see that you may be a troll underneath that armor. I guess they've already started to do that with the Void Elves, right? Like, hey, the void isn't that bad.
I heard rumors you were here.
Okay.
I've been keeping an eye.
You heard rumors I was here? I've never left.
Best you see the size of their defensive force.
So many. We do not have the forces to break through those defenses.
Okay. That was quite abrupt. I've dropped bombs on more demons in BFA than are lined up there. Just saying.
Chronokai Christor.
Who's up there? Archivist. Such and such. Whee!
It is an honor to be in the presence of such an esteemed ally of the Black Prince. The walls of the
At least somebody's
Obsidian
happy with me
stood
working with
strong for
Rathian.
thousands of years. With that kind of strength, there is no way the Jarradin could have attacked it head-on. I suspect the Jarradin have instead used their elemental magic to crack the earth beneath the citadel, entering from within Neltharis, the Obsidian fortress.
If the walls of the citadel are built to withstand the Jarradin,
Wait, what?
they'll surely prove a
So,
challenge for us
because the
as well. This will only aid
Earth
the Jarradin
Warders
defending there.
citadel couldn't be busted through from the wall, they went through the earth. Okay. Yeah, think maybe the Earth Warder would have seen that coming?
Yes. Hold your head high.
Some of those crafted weapons have surely fallen into Jarradin hands. They can be used against us.
That's what happens to weapons, yes.
May the mists protect you.
I guess I wasn't supposed to talk to you. I was supposed to read this.
Fao is right. The plan is sound. But I fear we lack the forces to execute it successfully.
Zog Zog.
Have anything for me?
Zog Zog. Whee!
What do you need? Everything has its use.
Smoked him.
To discuss?
They say the healing spec for Evoker is pretty good. Probably even better than the DPS spec. So maybe I have a new healing class as well.
What you doing here?
Ow. Whoop.
We meet again, champion.
Best plans and intentions.
Every action has consequences. I will consider your advice.
Oh, thank you. So kind of
I
you.
value your judgment. You are correct. Our forces are few in number.
Oh, there's another Waking Shores tour.
Myself. I am an incalculable advantage, and I will not be denied my legacy.
They are working so hard to make Rathian unlikable. But the only problem is he's still not as dumb as everybody else has been in all the expansions.
Learn from the past. Look to the future. The Black Dragonflight will be redeemed. Black Talon, the moment we have prepared for is at hand. To the Obsidian Citadel.
The Jaredin will fall before us, and the Citadel will be ours.
So much confidence, yet the numbers do not lie. I fear the worst.
Well, aren't you a chipper one? That's not even Calicos. That's the new Drakthir kind of leader, kind of not. But oh man, Calicos had a...
Careful, champion. These Jaredin are masters of flame, and won't hesitate to turn you to ash.
Well, okay, but there's just been... And there was a clip at the start with Calicos going to Khadgar to cry about the Primalists escaping, and it's like, have some dignity, dude. Toss a small bomb, stunning the enemy and signaling assassins to assist. Sure.
Choke on smoke and ash.
But the way it is, they're setting up Rathian to be the unlikable guy, and I'm just like, so that means I should like him? Because I do.
End comes.
Oh, this was a boss guy. It's like, why is this taking so long? Sure, I'll shoot. Oh. Aw, I wanted to use it against them. Where's this other guy? Over here. Nope. Modak Flame Spit. Back this way. On the subject of Blizz writing that the good guys are bad and the bad guys are just misunderstood. FF14 was looking like they were going to make their ultimate good guy evil, but then no, he was actually good and not mind controlling you at all. Yeah, who knows? I need to run immediately. Hold that thought. The big boss spawned behind me. It's like there for a while, people got tired of the good guys just being good guys because they're good guys. And then Everybody like overcorrected to like, oh, the good guys are actually bad guys, and the bad guys are just, you know, they were just cornered. Oh, that it's like, it's actually nice to be like, are you a good guy? Are you going to stay alive? And are you going to stay good? Then great. You have now made the modern plot twist. Time to cut down a molten elephant. Spell locked. I'm hoping, because Rathian is such a obviously supposed to be the unlikable character, that they are also going to like, haha, psych, he's actually the good guy, the goodest of guys. Be like, okay, Blizzard, yes, you got us. Oh, ho, ho. Well, we'll see. We shall see. I will not be surprised either way at this point. When you go on wild card so many times, like it doesn't make sense anymore, then I just expect everything. I fully expect Alexstrasza to die and not to die. I fully expect Rathian to be the bad guy and the good guy. I also fully expect Ysera to come back, be resurrected, and also not be. So it's all up in the air. At least Illidan's out of the picture. For now, at least. Haha! Take a look at my interrupt that I can actually reach on my hotbar now. Yes. Fly! Ah, I see. You're up here. I'm going to crash slowly into this mountain. There.
I will crush you to embers.
What kind of a voice was that? I will crush you to embers. You do that.
Flickers. Oh.
It's not just me, right? That voice was completely not what I expected out of a fire giant. Man, I don't know. It feels like they really cut back on their voice acting budget this time around. I don't know why that was so funny. they're not all bad, right? Like Alexstrasza still sounds fine. Khadgar still sounds fine. It's just all the new voices, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of just wandering around at this point, smacking things. Aim for the knees. Was that a gnome? I couldn't see. It was dark. Or a goblin. Stab him in the butt. I got him distracted. And you know who I miss? Fandral Staghelm. Or maybe that was because I was too new to everything and didn't understand anything. I'm just killing these guys one at a time, I guess. Oh, he healed. Hover really isn't, ooh, for like moving quickly, but I'm gonna use it for moving quickly. I guess I should be interrupting Earth's mending. One more? Oh, is that? Oh, I thought that was an herb. It was not one more. It is two more.
Do not let your guard down, and call upon the Black Talon should you have need of aid.
I got it. Thanks. Although I guess still not as bad as the new God of War. One of the biggest complaints is that the game just is like in constant tutorial mode. It's always reminding you of like the basics for the entire game. Like, who thinks that's a good idea? All right.
It seems our fates are intertwined.
You've proven yourself a true hero, thanks. I feel like you're buttering me up, but I am on your side, so... Pokemon. Yeah. But even Pokemon, like, it just gives you the rundown. Well, I'm not sure about the new Pokemon, but I mean, I know all Pokemon I've played are like, hey, you're playing for the very first time. Here's the tutorial. Where Ragnarok was like, here's this boss that you're fighting again, the 10th one of the game. Make sure that they'll give you voice lines of like the people you're with, and they'll just like they'll tell you how to do the puzzles. They'll tell you to make sure to knock down this, that, or whatever. It's like, shut up! I was watching people play and was annoyed by it. Gain control of the Obsidian Citadel. Is this a scenario? Oh yeah, the latest Pokemon is like, you can't even call her a rival at this point. Or him. Does it change? Anybody? No, it's just... No, I've seen people play boy and a girl and it's the same character. But yeah, she's like, oh, you're so smart. Alright, we begin the assault. Hey. I'm sure this will go swimmingly and everybody will survive. And it's a cutscene. There's a lava elephant. Magmolifant. I'll get rid of, like... Maybe it'll be a cutscene fight. Good job, Rathian. Those are the... This was entirely...
Who are you?
Sibelian, heir of Neltharion. And you are?
Rathian, heir of Neltharion. And I've never heard of you.
Oh!
Likewise.
I mixed them up. Sibelian is the one that they've, like, pulled out of their butt to be, like...
We'll discuss this later.
Just... someone for Rathian to compete with. Abyssian is just somebody else. It's... Yeah, let's look that guy up. Sibelian. He's the one that was in Outland, I think. Baron Sablemane. Yeah, Lord of the Black Dragons in Outland. This is the guy. My apologies to Abyssian. He can remain... Well, he's still the Horde emissary, so maybe minus some points. Apparently, Deathwing went to Outland at some point. What? They say it's a novel, so the question is, when was the novel made? But I'm pretty sure... Maybe I'm crazy. Wasn't Baron Sablemane the random dude in Searing Gorge or Burning Steps, right? Where you get like the dragon molt thing item in Classic once you do his little... Who was that guy? That's like the most obscure. I only remember it because I remember doing all of this work for him and just getting like some dragon's shed skin. Yeah, Black Dragonflight molt. Item, classic. Warcraft. The guy is Cyrus. No. Yes? Yeah, Cyrus. So different person. Boy, that was a rabbit trail. Wait, what are we doing? Obsidian Citadel entered? Okay. Walk inside. Hey, we did it. Keep advancing.
We have them on the run. Now is our chance to strike a definitive blow.
Excuse me. Wait, what? Okay. I suppose I should go farther inside because there's the quest waiting for me. You mind? Okay, I'll come to you then. Yo.
You stand before the Black Prince.
Eliminate the 3 siege arbalests.
Every action has consequences.
Bleh. Oh, do we get to ride on you? How thought? Oh, never mind. He's just claw gripping me.
Friend, but I cannot fault such a timely arrival.
Outland. Were you expecting to defeat this entire army on your own, little brother? A bold move.
Great, so we get to hear them bickering the entire game. I'm pretty sure it's going to be most irritating because I really don't care. Oh, that crit the guy in the back. I like that. Whoops. Walking forward, I'm gonna walk backwards. One of the things they just spawn out of... Oh, okay, that's fun. Yeah, great. Yeah. Yep, thanks. What was I even gonna say? Oh, they want you... When you read most, like, key binding guides and stuff, they want you to unbind the backtrack button and use it as a spell, and it's like, no, maybe you shouldn't be walking backwards, but that's a good key to have.
Perhaps you've been too long away.
Perhaps you bear more of our father's.
I don't care. I will install the add-on to auto skip the talking head box if you do keep this up for more than this scenario. Nice. Up, up, up. And blah, 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 things I don't care about. Oh. Oh. Are you guys not gonna talk? Oh, snap. All right, I get it. Oh, well, okay. Champion Choruk. Another lava fint. No searing hammer for you. Use 1 through 6. RTFGXZ. So the guides I read, which that's the kind of person I am, they suggested 1 through 4. And then WASD. They said S. The one I read said a lot of people will say the back button should be mapped to something, but I am constantly walking up to edges of things and like turning around and backing up so I don't fling myself off into orbit. So not doing that, but then Z, X, C, and V. So Q, E, R, F, Z, X, C, V. And those are like your main keys. And then 5, T, G, and B are like easily accessible, but kind of, you know, you're kind of making a reach for those. So kind of use like big cooldowns, things you're not using all the time. And then Shift, Control, and Alt. And then you have those buttons times 3. B is backpack. And that's a big one for me. I remapped it to F12. Like C. Whoops. I see I hit C. What was C? Oh, Dragon Rage. I had to map that to F11. And like Alt Z turns off your interface, so I had to remap that. And then Alt F turns on FPS counter, so I had to, no, Alt R. R or F is FPS. So I had to remap that. G was an assist. So the guide said you're not going to use it. I've never used assist in focus before, but I guess I'll find out if I ever start touching Mythic Plus dungeons and stuff. Yeah, Y is achievement. So most of that stuff is still, and I couldn't like deal with it if I had to remap like all of these things that I'm used to. N, M, you know. T is a big one because that is usually chat. And then Control R was like to reply to the last person who whispered you. So there's a few broken keybinds left that I'm like, well, one day I'll hit that button and try to do something that's missing now. But I can't remember. Yeah, the whole, you have your, it used to be, I mean, everybody has custom raid frames, but then you would target the tank as your second target, so you could assist off of them. Which, I don't remember if that's different from Focus or not, but I don't think people do that kind of stuff. So,
never let your guard down.
Locate the Obsidian Oathstone. Bye. You couldn't carry me? Okay. I think these days, most of the time, you're either clearly fighting a single target or you're in an AoE. So there's no swarm of enemies and you have to hit what the tank's hitting. If there's a swarm of enemies, you break out the AoE. Like 99% of the time. The other 1% of the time is going to be handled by deadly boss mods. Or bigwigs, I guess, is the next up-and-coming boss management add-on. Whee! Hello?
You stand before the Black Prince.
Is that the Oathstone? You think? It also looks broken.
The Oathstone must be activated to restore the power of my Dragonflight.
Oh yeah, if there's ever like something you need to hit, somebody's add-on is going to mark like skull and diamond and everything, like such as.
Something is wrong here.
No kidding.
Cannot be. The stone is cracked.
I saw it from literally 50 feet away. Whoops.
Father broke his oath, and with that the stone broke as well.
Awkward.
We must repair it.
The Forge of the Earth Warder is close. It is possible.
It seems our fates are intertwined.
This is a setback, but with your help.
Until next time.
Hello?
The Isles have awakened.
Ah! Do what you can to recover the fragments.
These Jarradin have been looting the Citadel.
Not you again.
Perhaps they have taken the fragments. I shall assist you in the search.
Only if you sound like...
Please, I would like to accompany you as well. My knowledge of this citadel could be of much use.
Now I have an entourage. I didn't know I was pet battling today. Oathstone fragment. Wonderful. Enter the vaults. Do I not have... I feel like if I'm going down here, I would want a quest to kill these guys, but nope. Why am I talking to a Zerg? Yeah, Emberthal is like the depressed Drakthir who thinks the world is ending every time she opens her mouth, and this one was the Zerg.
I never gave up hope.
Okay.
These vaults stretch for miles beneath the citadel. Many powerful weapons and artifacts were locked away here for safekeeping.
And now it seems the Jarden are pillaging the vaults in hopes of expanding their power.
Oh, 2 fragments. Ah. I mean, chances are very high. They're both Blizzard games, after all.
What is that?
Well, left unattended for so long, it seems these vaults have fallen into disarray.
And there's a dragon
If I were
spine.
a Jarden, I would not be in such a hurry to open that chamber.
Boingy boing. Is that a dungeon entrance? So this whole area is
Those
like...
elementals. The very foundations of the Citadel are being animated against us.
Who is Dees? Animated Vault Protector, non-combat pet. Oh, well, okay then. Mystery Elite has spawned. Whee! And, okay. I had him. Ready for turn-in. Where? Back at the beginning? Can I fly in here? No. Nope. Fly! You fools. I'm really used to having faster movement all the time as a druid. It doesn't help that it feels like the taller your character is, the slower they move because their feet sound slow.
For the glory of the dragons.
Okie dokie. Prepare the Earth Warder's Forge.
Lies nearby. We must work quickly. The area may not remain secure for long.
I fly. Whew.
Let us begin. First, we must activate the forge.
I click. Why does the forge look like a dragon? There's its eyes. There's its snoot. What? Cinder shard coal?
I detect that some of the coal has been altered by Jarden magic.
Who are you? That one was safe. Ah, I see what you mean. Gnomes are the fastest. Fact. That's one of the funny things about Guild Wars is that everybody is supposed to have the same movement, but because the Asura are so small, and the char are so big. When you do the dodge roll, it looks like the Asura like throw themselves through the air, whereas the char like barely flops over.
Welcome to the Dragon Isles. Honor all dragons.
We are reforging the Oath Stone. This rare and forgotten magic turns out to be not so rare or forgotten.
Secure my destiny.
Don't break it, Rathian. Okay. It seems to have worked. Now I have the Oath Stone.
Aspects watch over you.
With the forgery ignited.
Go in service.
It says this is an upgrade, but it's not here. I wonder if it already knows it's going to get an armor boost when it actually shows up in my inventory.
I will be denied no longer. Come, champion. Let us finish the repairs.
Whee! I don't know if this zone is just dark or the server is at night now. Oh, hi. You can now repair the Oath Stone. He's like, her? It's so big. It's as big as you are.
Sibelian? What is he doing?
He's gonna...
Swift champion! I must claim the throne now!
Okay. The classic hurry up and wait. Meridian and Exadria. Those are some new dragons. Visalia, Evorian. Yup.
Ah, young Rathian. I owe you my thanks. Your help was invaluable in securing my rightful place on the Obsidian throne.
Oh, I believe you're mistaken. This throne, this legacy, is my birthright.
No. The mistake is yours. I was anointed caretaker of this flight by Neltharion himself. So let me be clear. When all is said and done, I will be the aspect of the Black Dragonflight.
Is that so? May the worthiest dragon win.
Okay. Hold on. Hold that thought. I found a... Wait a second. Why is there a mailbox? They've already moved in. Is it below us? What? I'm gonna die if I jump down there. I jumped. Okay, well, we're going back up. Uh-huh. Yes? I think you might be standing on a scout bucket. No? Oh. My dragon has sensed a glyph nearby. Aha! In the air above a lava pool. Behind the citadel. Okay. Can we reach it? Is the question. I think not. Nope. Well, there it is. Ah! We ran out of steam immediately.
We meet again, champion. Azeroth faces many threats.
It's literally... Alright. I have dedicated myself to saving Azeroth from destruction time and time again. This is true. You have actually been around. You are just some grumpy guy from the Outland. I will talk, but I've already made up my mind, that's for sure.
We protect the Isle. A leader is like a finely forged sword. They must be balanced, strong, and of pure metal. Though I like Rathian, he is untempered. Sibelian has been forged in fire. I believe he is what we need in a leader.
Yes. Sibelian rallied us on Outland.
Blah, blah, blah.
Not only saving us from death, but from the corruption that befell our kin. All the rest, the other flights, glory-starved mortals, even that pretentious prince, chose to murder the afflicted rather than aid us.
Okay, that alone is like,
Aspect's grace shine down on you. Where an aspect failed, Sibelian succeeded. Despite Deathwing's madness, despite the rage of the Gron, Sibelian and his kin survived, allowing us to achieve this moment. The Isles have a way, despite some questionable methods. It is hard to deny Rathian's results. He has worked tirelessly to protect all creatures of Azeroth from numerous threats.
and also just Azeroth the person.
What is it? You Rathian is able to make the hard choices. The ones that no one else will. All for the greater good.
Setting Garrosh free started a war, but we needed that war to prepare for the Legion.
Oh, the classic. Azeroth is forged by war because that's the only way to survive.
Come then. Let us does what needs to be done. Honor and glory didn't help defeat the Shah or rid the world of mad dragons. Rathian did.
Well, I'm sold. Blizzard loves its Eternal War is good storyline. Yeah. Like, for all, maybe not StarCraft as much, but definitely Diablo and Azeroth. I mean, it's World of Warcraft, I guess, but you think maybe 18 years of Warcraft? That's Doomfist's deal in Overwatch also. I'm not surprised. Who do I talk to now? It's going to make me talk to Sibelian. Boo. Black wagon flight? Escort the eggs to the life. Okay, Proto Dragon, stop it. He's screaming because he senses a glyph. Shut up!
Wherever those eggs go, I go. You will not return them to Alexstrasza without me.
Oh, did we claim this?
The Isles have awakened.
I guess so, yes.
Guard against chaos.
Oh wow, we're going for it. Speak with Sibelian to begin moving the eggs. All right. Sometimes I wish I could temporarily turn Rage Scanner off. Almost said Rage Scanner. It's Rare Scanner. Highly useful. Sometimes annoying. Dive! Dive! Wait! Obsidian Observatory. Up! 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 We lost all of our speed. Congratulations. Sandy, you're an idiot. Ow. You know what? Never mind. I'm not that interested. Jump. Oh, I can't. Yo. We're just going on a Skyrim cart ride, huh?
Tell me of Azeroth. Stay close, champion.
Well, see, if you were actually cared about Azeroth, you would, you know, just saying. Maybe,
Taking this ridiculous contraption again? It's agonizingly slow.
Our enemies will be on the lookout for us, and we cannot risk an encounter while transporting the eggs. So we shall travel as mortals do to avoid their gaze. If saving the future of your kind bores you, you are free to leave. I would welcome the silence.
Defend the wagon!
don't worry, guys. I'll take care of it. You're welcome.
Is this your idea of subtlety?
Quiet, whelp. I will risk no harm coming to the eggs.
I could assist our dear champion in defending the wagon, you know. There's no reason they have to do all the dirty work themselves.
And reveal ourselves to the enemy? Absolutely not. Stay in your seat. Champion, to me!
I don't need your help. But I'll take it.
This is getting ridiculous. How many random encounters must we suffer before you realize your ruse has failed? Let us take wing and be done with it.
Teeny tiny bit self-aware.
At risk of discovery, it is your childish impatience.
Oh, honestly, I thought this was a player. I just completely ignored it. And now it's dead. Look how many, like, rares can spawn on this route.
Finally. I was worried the eggs would hatch before reaching the life pools.
Titans, give me patience.
I still don't like you, Sibelian. Whoa, okay.
Your kind ends today, puppets.
Is this the leader leadership you offer our people, perhaps the others will see reason now.
Whelps these days. Meet me at the life pools proper, champion. This is far from over.
So, did the eggs die and no one cares? Or did you save them and not say anything? Or...
Can I trust you? I will claim my rightful place.
Oh, speak with Mother Elian. I know who that is.
What is the meaning of this?
Oh. I know that voice.
Why don't you explain how your ridiculous plan destroyed the future of an entire flight?
I apologize for any misunderstandings, Lifebinder. But any report of our extinction is premature. The eggs were never in danger. The cart and my presence were merely to draw the attention of our foes and allow my clutch to move unobserved. I have spent millennia rebuilding my flight. As Neltharian's heir, I pledge it and myself to you.
What are you...
These eggs are most welcome here, Sibelian. But your part in your father's twisted legacy has earned you no such privilege. I will ensure the eggs are cared for, but I will not be involved in your bickering. That is for the black, not the red, to decide.
She said egg. It's egg. It is very country to say egg. But pretty funny.
Have you brought good tidings? I long to see the eggs return.
Eggs. Wait a second. I have to tidy this place up? I thought you were in charge of, like, waiting for eggs to show up. I'll help. Yoink. And Ruby Shrine Guard. What? Where? Oh. There. Be shiny, I guess.
Have you brought good tidings?
Soon the life pools will be full once again.
I long to see the eggs return.
Holf Aldon Shi.
What? I don't speak dragon.
And strong winds.
Witness the black dragon eggs rejoin the life pools. If I must.
Treasure the gift
Whoops.
you have been given. At long last, our absent young are once more among us, so that they can be raised together with all the flights. Though these life pools were once bereft of eggs, they now contain our future. Truly, the calling of my flight has been fulfilled.
I will see that these
So what
eggs
goes
are
wrong in the
protected
next 30
and
seconds?
loved, so that they may hatch into dragons, strong and wise.
Oh, we're powering up the Oath Stones. I mean, I guess I kind of assumed this one was already on, but I guess not.
I will listen. Life
Ta-da!
The balance must be
Done with the Waking Shores. How nice.
Life is worth saving.
Meet Ambassador Terraza at... Oh, in the Ruby Scale Outpost.
Say 2 of the Oath Stones have been renewed. 3 more are needed if we are to have any hope of reclaiming our aspectral power and stopping Razageth.
I feel like aspectral is a brand new word, and we're going to be hearing it a lot because they're proud of it. It's not aspect power, it's not spectral power, it's aspectral power. Yes. Oh, there's a new race over here. Shut up! I fell into what? What am I in? Hello? Are the babies sleeping whelps?
Do you see anything you like?
There's just a leash. You're not actually selling much, man.
I hope to see you again.
Ah.
The waters flow once more.
Okay, sure.
May the flights protect.
Follow the gold rings. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whee! Woo! That's a tree. And gold. Yeah, achievement progress. Aha! It wasn't just an achievement, it was achievement progress. Onaran Plains advanced. Now hold on just a dang minute. I'm confused. I don't know where to see my gold achievements, but okay. There's another one? There's another one, apparently. Excuse me, pardon me. I'm just stomping all over the place.
Embrace hope.
Speak with members of the Red Dragonflight? Sure, I guess.
The Red Dragonflight.
Yo. What does the renewed Oathstone mean to you?
Be careful out there.
Oh, come on. Can you reset my... Oh. This guy will tell me where to go for the different things. That would be handy to know an hour ago.
I never gave up hope. Waters nourish you.
You know what? I have a feeling those races stick around. It made it feel like they were timed at some point. But they seem to be... There's no indication of that, so... Let's get this guy's time capsule. Just kind of checking the place out. Take me away. Whee!
What's the situation?
What does the renewed old stone mean to you?
At ease.
I don't want to ask him to put his sword down. You keep that sword up. Too many dragons die for the dumbest reasons.
I can help you thrive here, mortal.
What is it you seek? Treasure the gift you have been given.
Oh. Next steps. Get it? Steps. All right. According to the campaign missions, we're done exploring the Waking Shore. Or we're done with the Waking Shores. However, I gave myself away. We are not done exploring the Waking Shores. We did not get that achievement. We are missing Apex Canopy. And I would imagine... Where would that be? We haven't been up here. But the Apex... We were talking about Apex Predators over here. You know what? I don't care that much. Wowhead. Where is the Apex Canopy? There's a race there. We could ask the little dragon dude where the race is. Hey, where's the Apex Canopy River Run? Aha! Located. Thanks, little guy! Got that marker. It'd be nice to have an add-on. I'm sure it exists somewhere to show me what my current speed is. Aha! Whee! Hello! Captain Lancer. What does this mean, though? Do we check it out? I think we do, yes? That didn't leave him. All right. Captain Lancer. Who are you? Ah, okay. Well, they're fighting him. Fight already. Get off. Okay. Thanks, game. I mean, it's like, it's the trope, right? Don't stand in the fire, but literally would not let me get off my mount. Piece of crap. Oops, didn't mean to do that one. I wanted to do laser beam. Hey! I guess he was a bonus objective world boss kind of a deal? Sure. I'll kill him. And I did. What time is it? 10:30? I might actually just stop at 11. But I may also start as early as last time because I'm only level 63. There's so much to do. Follow the gold rings. Yes, sir and or ma'am. Which is what the turtles used to say. In BFA. I'm running out of juice. Okay, I think we're in the home stretch. Woo! I leveled up. You blocked my scoreboard. At least I got gold. There we go. 2 seconds faster than gold. Why do you have proto-whelps trapped in a magnet? Do I want to know? Stompy stomp. I mean, I'm kind of just browsing around for things to do. I think the important things to do is follow the campaign as quickly as possible. If we get to a point where the campaign does not let us progress, we do side quests. Obviously, we've been doing all kinds of side quests, but the other most important thing is get these dragon glyphs. There seems to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. There is an achievement. Expansion features. 1, 2, 3. I was correct. There are 5 glyphs. I think we finish the races. Hunt for the glyphs. And then see where we go from there. Oh, assistant, tell me how to get to Uktlut. See, I'm not Uktlut, which I am at. There it is. Let's aim for the flight path. See you later. See, we're clearly not going fast enough. There we go. If you go a certain speed, you... Woo! We about... Ah! We're okay. Oh, there's a dragon. We can't reach it. Dive. Overflowing rapids. Found you.
Who might you be?
I'm sorry, but times are difficult right now. We don't have any resources to spare for you. I'm sorry? How hard is it to just fly? Oh, you don't even have a guy to fly. Hello?
If you're after goods, I have plenty.
Oily drop cap. Don't know what these purple flowers do, but I'll grab them. Anhydrous. The Tide Taker. Kablam. Man, I really wish there was something to like reset your thing to start a race.
The Isles welcome you.
Oh boy, we have one glyph collected. So it's telling me how many I've collected. So there's 48. I'm assuming we can afford everything? Complete the quest to Iskara near the Brackenhide Hollow in the Azure Span. So we probably can't talk to the walruses until then.
The Isles have awakened.
All right. 3, a 2, a 1. Whew! And yes, 2 seconds again. That was your best time yet. Thank you, thank you. I know. Next is Wing Rest Roundabout. Actually, where is that? I don't see the flag anywhere. It must be buried under something, because I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Under the quest marker. Wasn't even an add-on. Okay, so let's... On top of the dome, Lifebinder Observatory. Let us attempt to grab that one. Feel like we needed to start. Ooh! Let's just chill here. We're fine. Everything's okay. Everything's not okay. These are like crazed Drakthir. Oh, I can fly now. Woo! Okay. Next, this one's over here. One of the highest peak of the mountain. So that. That looks like the highest peak. And we're gonna have to wait here. Yo. Boy, it'd be a shame if you could feed something to your dragon to recover vigor. Increases the damage of your spells by up to 51.5% based on the current health of your target. Higher health targets take more damage. That would explain. That would explain why there's such a big burst of damage and then it tapers off. Who knew? I could probably reach it. We're gonna look up my dragon's butt. There it is. The music. Dun 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 dun. And away we go. Woo! What's next? Over here. Nope, remove all waypoints. Under the arch overhead, on top of a mountain. We'll see. I feel like this one's gonna be higher up. Yeah, there it is. It is so strange how you can like get the achievement for exploring a area, but it's obviously not fully explored because who's that? Forgotten Griffin. Yeah, I guess we can go to the Forgotten Griffin? Close the map so I don't run into a rock. I feel like it's on top of this mountain. Yes, it is. Now, it's a possibility. I'm like looking at that's a 2 million HP guy. Even though it is the same level as me. I think maybe. Yeah, so that's our last glyph. We know where that is. We've seen it. I'm just trying to consider the possibility of taking on this griffin by myself. Probably not. Okay, if nobody is gonna show up by the time I'm full, which I am now, I'm going to go grab the last glyph. Thought maybe that was somebody who landed. It wasn't. See you later. It's so hard to get going. You want to start higher than... we made it. You, Meridian.
Well, you're certainly bold.
Don't underestimate the Isles.
Fine. Sheesh.
Yes.
No, the eggs are not all mine.
I won't be far.
La 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 la. I'm just waiting for vigor to restore. Isn't it fun? I can unlock this at any rate. And then we can get that. Surge forward evades scale chillers, scale chargers, and other obstacles encountered in time trials. Ah. I see. Da-da-da, we did it! Now back to the Griffin to see if anybody's fighting him. Probably... If anybody is, he's probably still being killed. Based on how long it took the last guy to die. Anybody? Nobody. Do a round just to make sure. Woo! We're heading over to Wingrest Embassy over here because there was a race. Don't know why the flag disappeared, but it was there. We're flying over quests we can turn in. Don't care. We're gonna finish this Waking Shores tour. Whoa! As long as we're gently nosed down, keep our speed up. Yeah, there he is. I see you, ow. We made it. And here we go again. We're just waiting for our vigor to restore. Fun. Soggle Moggle slain and Wurgle Gurgle slain. Ooh, why do I get this sneaking suspicion? Those are Murlocs. Yeah, I guess we'll finish the race and then end it there, I think. So 2 more races.
The Isles welcome you.
Follow the gold rings. Go! I feel like I've seen people do this one because I recognize the route, but I've never done it before. Oh, we kind of slowed down there. That's not good. Whoa! Clip in the building. Kablam! Again, 2 seconds. That was our best time yet. So are the achievements only for bronze? Is that what's throwing me off? I don't know. All right. Hey, dude, where's the next one? Flash Frost Flyover. I don't see a flag on the map. It's gotta be underneath a quest. Frost. No. What? Oh, it's underneath. It is. Ugh. All right, we're flying to Ruby Life Pools. I'm not gonna use Vigor to get there. What are what?
What can I do for you?
Salt deposits.
Safe travels.
Sure, I guess. Who are you?
Looking to buy?
Deliver lava beetles.
I hope to see you again soon. You are in for a treat.
Lava beetle.
I got what you need.
Oh, do you now? Ah. Oh, I see how it is. I have to find the salt deposits. I'd do it myself, but I don't wanna. That's literally what the quest said, so... I mean, hey. To the point, I approve. Oh, Titan touched Draconium deposit. I require this. What's gonna happen? Nothing happened. Pleasantly surprised. Ah, yes. The last. I was gonna say, I don't see it. It's straight down. Whee! Not great. We're slow. through the ruby life pools. I don't know if that's... Hey! Nice. Ah, it's a hidden achievement. We may now find expedition scout packs around the Dragon Isles. That's one of the, I mean, I'm pretty sure I was picking them up before. Dragon cooking. You may acquire a tea set toy and 6 cosmetic dinner items from Erugosa in the Roasted Ram in Valdrakken. Okay, we can turn in these quests we've got. Because why not? You got mini quests.
Welcome, friend.
Oh, lava
Please
beetles.
Be careful, friend.
You're welcome.
Clear skies and safe journey.
We should probably sell things. Time capsule. Is he going to remember her name? Or is he even going to look while we're here? Oh! He's looking. Oh, that's a quality 3 bloom. You're welcome. Garden party, no, where? Oh, man. Alright, we're gonna fly over here. Hey, I didn't get as much height. I call shenanigans. Hey, I finished your tour. Fly each of the racecourses in Olnaran Plains. Sundapple Copse. Emerald Gardens. Ah. The Green Dragons, Alright, we go. Yeah, we put our Hearthstone at Ruby Life Shrine. Gonna just go to Stormwind and see what it takes to list things on the auction house, because I haven't even done that since they revamped the auction house. Pew! Overkill for getting to Stormwind, but hey. There, see? Now my favorite mounts pop out. Whoop. Overshot by just a tiny bit. How do we sell? This. You cannot sell. Of course, the first thing I grab is a soulbound. 25 sellers. Do I only have 2? Yes, it is only 2. I'ma be a little cheeky and there. Always sell for a little less. Wait, what? Oh, that's the soulbound stuff. Wait, what? Hello?
Something's not quite right.
Much lag? Sure. Already selling. Look, I'll undercut. I don't care. Nope, 8. Very expensive. Yes. I need the salt. 5. Yeah, they're like trying to trick people there. I see what's going on there. Draconium ore. Yow. Nine. Wilder cloth. 24. $2.90. Normally I just list it and be done with it, but see what happens is unless these, like, those might sell out pretty quick. But see, now they haven't, you know? So 176. I think I'll just sell those. Anyway, so it's like if you do just be like, see already like undercut. Can I cancel this? Cancel. And I'll go grab them back and sell them for a few more. Yes. Because when the price is moving that much, you want a little undercut because the prices are going to be all over the place. So if you just list it... Hello? Oh, there we go. See, so people will just hit create on this price. But what you want is to be like that, yes. Done. See, now I'm cheapest, and it should sell pretty quickly, unless somebody... See, they undercut me by... Nope, not yet. Yeah, but see, now they're matching me. They just mash... Anyway. Alright, well, I'm gonna log off. How about that? I'll upload this to YouTube and go from there, I guess. I'll see you later. I'm just gonna like head off real quick like. So thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what time. But we've got more 64. Okay, so we made it 4 levels. About halfway there. We could probably, well, who knows? I won't make any promises. Definitely be done by the end of the week. But until then, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. There we go. Bye.